I didn't ever know a city girl till I met her, sitting pretty in a skiff over the Caicos bank. That afternoon, a stingray breached to smell the sun. At least that's what they say. I just think it was looking for a change. A fed-up elasmobranch, thirsty for a different taste. Now I was 23 years naive, suddenly learning next to a dozen bikinis. Study abroad, indeed. That was distracting, but so was everything. I'd never seen a coral reef before, never expected to see 20 meters deep from the surface. The fish I was familiar with all hid in dark water, and Wisconsin's meteorology swings 100 degrees or 180 if you're into geometry. And out there, you could lose yourself without anything to show you man's reflection. I could see 1,000 miles in every direction, and I looked everywhere at once, trying to take it all in. We were there for months, short days filled with more sun than we ever knew up north. No matter how much concrete we came from, we all drank sea and sky straight from the source. Overall, it was about 130 proof, the closest to truth any of us had been in our short lives. We all drank enough to wish we lived it, all birds or fish gliding through sea or sky. But we weren't so starry-eyed, no. The lens is tinted rose, but there's also blood. We came to study nature red in tooth and claw. We weren't just told that sharks swam these waters, we saw. So while it's clear that stingray flew, the cause might be less spiritual and more raw. The other half would fight to flee the predator's jaw. So I didn't know that city girl, but she knows the slang, she's a fashionista, she's not afraid, and she has a laugh that is sometimes silent, but it shakes her whole frame. And I didn't know that city girl, and neither did her mother. Art, working, reading, creating, these weren't part of mom's perfect lives. Parents set their children's bar high, and despite her soaring, she flew under. It's true when they say, we love you just the same, but their expectations are belied. The gaze they give wasn't the same one from when she was dating guys. What's missing is maybe something like grandkids twinkling in their eyes. But on one day out of the year where it ain't a sin to have a little pride, there's a parade where they don't reprimand their daughters. Bright young women, sick of swimming, ready to fly, and ready to shine. Yeah, I didn't know that city girl, and I still think I don't. I struggled to fill these lines, verses, and stanzas with words and crayons. You'd think 3.5 months would be enough, or the 8 years since of stuff, but no. One phone call where she said that this sun ray got a glimpse of herself through a prism, exploding into color if she could just make it out of her prison. And I had to wipe the slate. Turns out I used the wrong colors and shapes when I was filling in the blanks. But wait. It was and it wasn't that big of a change when she told me that she's gay. I can keep most of my paintings. She's plays the keys, she knows the slang, she's a fashionista, she's not afraid, she still has classic tastes, her laugh is still the same, and when I conjure her by name, I still see her face. So I didn't know that city girl, and she didn't know herself. She said I might be full-blown, but whoever really knows. She preached, running away or running towards, and I want to say to her, I want to say to her, you don't have to know yourself to be someone. Keep peeling back the layers of your onion. You're gonna grow, so keep stepping out of your old skin. Without a mold, it'll hold you in. You'll struggle against your own lines, scrabbling to color outside the lines. And she had the courage to make a change inside. She left the synonyms behind. It was time to be redefined. She was already trying to get up into that sky. Maybe that's who she was.